Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the broadcast. Zepcast here for COD Ireland. We are in the playoffs and it is time for the winners final of the COD Ireland Division 1 playoffs, where we are going to be seeing Faceless Esports take on none other than only the greatest roster, Billy is funding. Should be an absolutely fantastic game that we have ahead of us. Cannot wait to get into it. And because we're a little late on getting started, we're going to keep this very short and very sweet. Let's take you through the maps and the modes that we're going to be facing in this series. Map number 1, you're going to find yourselves on a protocol hardpoint. You gotta say, folks, love a protocol hardpoint. It's intense, it's fast-paced, fair, it's intense. The ARs over the distance and the range, the sides do a lot of damage. But, as we always say, it's what those subs could do underneath the map, weaving through the underground, getting through the houses, disrupting the rhythm and the flow. That's the real difference maker of what makes this, or makes whether or not you're a good team on this map, I would say. Sentences were all awry there, but you got the point. Moving on to map number 2, we will be heading to Vault, but for a search and destroy. Cheeky little bit of Vault search and destroy. Maybe the first time, the only time we're going to see the Vault in this map and this series, potentially. Probably not, most likely not. Of course you know it's not, but look, Vault search destroy, it's hectic. It's running down to that A site as quick as you can, trying to get in there, trying to get that bomb planted and trying to hold it down, lock it down so you can come out victorious. An offensive map, to say the least, a fast-paced one, which one of these teams will be the best at it. Moving on to map number 3, we will still be on Vault, this time for a little bit of control. And again, folks, time is money. You've already seen the role. You already know what Vault control is like, as we just had it on the previous game. So let's move on to, if we go to map number 4, where we will be on a skyline for a hard point. Now, you talk about an intensive map, a short range map, a small map. So intensive, spawns don't even matter that much. You can hold from front, you can do damage from front. It is literally just about the team who is frying the most that does a lot of the damage here on this map. It is hectic, but if you're also good with the AR and you can control the middle of the map to hold the lanes in which you rotate through, that can be what gives you a real advantage. And then finally, folks, if we go all the way, we will find ourselves on a hacienda for a little bit of search and destroy, sort of an outlier in comparison to the rest of these maps and how it will play. It is one that adds a lot of variety to this series should we get that far. And if we get this far, both these teams, I'm sure, will be feeling the pressure, as they don't want to be going down to face Faceless Esports tonight in our next game. They want to be securing their ticket to the grand finals, where they can rest easy knowing they only have to win one best of 5 and not 2 to come away with the prize pool. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your maps and modes in the series that we will be seeing tonight. Make sure not to go anywhere, as we're going to be getting ourselves sorted, getting loaded in, and getting gunny. Don't go anywhere. Back in a few. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we'll be getting underway with this one in just a couple moments. Fingers crossed, of course. I know everyone here is itching to see how these two teams play against each other. I mean, I know I am. I think this is going to be an absolutely fantastic game. OTG's Billy is funding, has to be said, I think really surprised a lot of us with the way that they were able to manage to beat Faceless Esports in the previous round, sending Flux down to the losers round, and of course where we just seen them. Went to a map number 5 where Billy is funding were able to take it, but now up against Faceless Esports, a team who, you know, if Flux aren't the favorites, then Faceless definitely are, arguably the strongest two teams in the division. But it has to be said, Billy is funding has come through as a shock team that could rain a lot of surprises down in our heads. It'll be fascinating to see how that one shapes up, as I believe all the players have gotten into the lobby. So we should be ready to go as soon as we can. Of course, we'll just wait for the players to see. It's looking like they're all good to go. So I think we're going to be loading into map number 1. Our protocol hardpoint about to get underway. And ladies and gentlemen, I was indeed correct. We are loading in. Here we go. Map number 1 in the winners final of Division 1 of the COD Ireland League. Faceless Esports versus Billy is Funding. A roster, of course, now acquired by only the greatest, and who will be competing in Season 2 of the COD Ireland League. And fingers crossed we see Faceless Esports decide to compete in Season 2 as well. We'd love to see everyone back. We've seen some terrific teams, and we always love to see these teams come back and give it another go. Unless they're scared, which could be a case. And I believe we actually may have an issue here on our side, so do hold up for one moment, as we'll see. We'll try and get this sorted. Apologies, folks. An issue, I believe, on our end, which caused the game to have to be ended, but don't worry. We'll get it started as quickly as we can. Sincere apologies for that, folks. But hey, hopefully shouldn't be too long getting this one back up. Don't go anywhere. This map, we're beginning it in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. Map number 1 loading in what should be the best series between two top tier teams. Best of luck to both of these guys. These sets of guys, should I say. Because here we go. Map number 1. We start on board with OTG. We see the original push. EH, or it's actually, who was it that got the first blood? This thing's so buggy. It actually was EH that got the first blood. I never trust these things anymore. But Devon on the point, picking up some time. Faceless Esports going up top now with Zappy, trying to control the top sides of both areas. Billy racking up the time, and it has to be said, Billy is funding, doing a great job here initially of getting early time on the board. Zappy sort of looking left to right, making sure to keep it on lock. Whereas Luto on the other side. Big kills coming in there. Powerhouse with 2. Zappy with 1. I believe it may have been Cruel. It might be this side that's bugged. I think it is the Faceless Esports side that is bugged. This is going to be 17 or 15 to 14. Neck and neck as we get ready for P2. We can see on the P2 side already, Billy is funding on the hold. You have the push coming in from underneath. It is Cruel. How will he manage this one? Up the ladder. Will it be red? He picks up the kill. He has a teammate in assistance. And you have the player out wide who's holding on. But he gets taken out. A 4 down. Meaning it is Cruel, Luto, and others sitting around the point. Cruel getting pushed up now from the stairs, trying to catch the angle on them. Zappy with the huge 2. And Powerhouse picking up 1. It has to be said, Cruel has had an immaculate start on a 6 streak and a whisker away from a Hellstorm. Even just staying on the point will help him get that. And he does get it, and nearly with the turn on as well. What a fantastic start from him on the 8. Eventually taken out, but pivotal player in making sure the Faceless got some crucial time on P2 as we rotate to P3. No one really with a secure hold of it yet, but it does look like Billy is funding on the side. We're looking a little bit more locked down on it, and it is going to be up to Faceless to break. You have Zappy around the back. He's a player that could cause issues, getting caught out in a little bit of unfortunate timing there, it has to be said. He had just gone to turn to move. The COD gods not playing in his favor there. As Luto from the spiral, they're converging round. Billy is funding our holding though. EH with 2 and a terrific hold from them. EH now in the killing spree of 5 himself. As Billy is funding go back into the lead. And it's tit for tat on this time. These rosters so equally matched here. As Zappy up top going to try and break in for this scrap. Powerhouse will pick up 1. Zappy's going to get taken out. Fro on the point. Needing to get rotated down where Faceless Esports are pretty set up for a money hill as Zappy picks up a huge 2. Cruel going to pick up another. And this is where Faceless Esports could get a lot of time back. Zappy with the hold. Stunning the Eskies. Or the elevator, should I say. Big kills coming in. As they try to push down. Fro. In the spiral, picking up another. Billy with 1 as well. This could be the break. Fro. Looking like he wasn't able to get a slide there, but terrific help from his teammate, meaning that Billy is funding do get onto the point. They're going to try and hold from the front. Zappy trying to go huge, but he gets taken out. Or it would have been Luto, my apologies. And now Fro up top, picking up 1. Fro dancing around the side. Holding up top, trying to chal, getting taken out. And 107 to 65 as we're back on P1. Very evenly poised between these two teams. Neither team really giving an edge here. It's been a really exciting tactical affair to watch. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying what you're seeing here at COD Ireland as well, please do consider following the COD Ireland Twitch, following us on our socials, and if you can, subscribing to help support us run leagues, tournaments, and in-person LAN events that we're trying to host in 2025. It would all be massively appreciated. The support goes a long way, and if you want to compete, Season 2 signups are now live. You could potentially be in to win prize money like these teams. What division would you want to enter into, though, if you entered COD Ireland? Let us know. Do you think you're a COD god, Division 1 demon like these players right in front of us? Or are you the mid-table warrior? Let us know. It's Fro. Continuing to pop off around that point. Billy is funding, just continuing to keep that lead. Not by much, but enough. You don't need to have a lead by a whole lot when you get into the second half, as they are rotated for this point again. But we did see Faceless Esports break in successfully last time. Will they be able to do so again? EH with 1. Powerhouse is getting taken out. Very slow start for Powerhouse. But if he can pick the numbers up, he could be the difference maker. As Fro gets 1. Taken out, though, by Cruel, I believe. Cruel has had a great game at just being a nuisance. But that's another big 3 from Billy is funding, as Billy had picked up a massively important position. And now around the back, going to be over the 150 point mark. And nearly 50 points ahead of their opposition. Probably exactly 50. No, just under 50 points ahead. Going on to a crucial P3. Billy is funding with one more clean hold. We'll have the end goal in sight. But that's huge wipes from Faceless. Devon, the last alive, in point. Needs to win these gunfights. Luto picking up the kill. Luto now on the point. Taken out by a team nade. It's just not been Powerhouse's day. Or I believe that actually would have been Cruel, if the Codcaster lies, if I've recognized the pattern correctly. But now EH taking out Fro. It's a team nade fest here. So itchy on the trigger finger. So many kills available, they might as well kill each other. Billy is funding, continue the hold, just picking up kills in the right areas in comparison to Faceless here, who are struggling, and that has been a relatively clean hold. Unless Faceless get a really strong, almost double hold here, then they're in huge trouble of losing this map. Number 1, Cruel. Picking up 1. Zappy. Or was Zappy the whole time, actually? My god, Codcaster, you really do throw me at time to time. Billy on the scrap, 70 points in the difference. We go down 2P4. Zappy with 1. It's going to be a spiral hit. The nade's in. Powerhouse picking him up, though. And Cruel getting moved up top. 21 kills for Cruel, highest in the game. Great performance from him, as Billy is funding now going to try and hit out from the midsection. Get themselves pushed in. Fro with a big kill. Powerhouse with 1. Or Cruel with 1. Now on a killing spree of 5. Great performance from him to get his side back into this one. He has the Hellstorm as well, which could be massive for his side. As Fro with the push down. Faceless, though, they're holding on just about. And they've practically gotten a clean 60 on this. Have it be just within a 20-point deficit again. This was a make or break hill for them, and they've made it. But now it all goes back to P1. Who can hold this one? Devon with the chase, picking up 1. Cruel with another 1. Cruel with 2, who's just been everywhere, it seems, in the second part of this game. And is that streak going to be called in now to defend the hill? Is he going to keep it? He just can't be stopped on the 4 streak now. The nade and the gunny. And he's going up top as well to pick up another. This is huge. Cruel absolutely popping off for Faceless. A Zappy taking out Fro. Powerhouse taking out 1. And Faceless Esports really being able to chain together these kills and the hills now, which has gotten them back into this game. They're on the precipice of going into the lead here just before the 200-point mark. Map number 1 of the COD Ireland Division 1 Winners Final. Going neck and neck right until the death. Finally getting taken out. But now it's Zappy on the 5 spree. My word, Zappy sitting underground trying to play his life. Holding the cross, though, as Faceless have a lot of control. Get ready to converge on this point, but Billy still holding. Cruel there to take him out, though, and Cruel has been a monster in the back half of this game. Fro, though, with a huge 2 to get on the point. And now Billy is funding have a bit of control. Faceless Esports going to wait, try and get the opportunity to go around. You do also as well have Powerhouse, who's playing for those P3 spawns. This could go to a P4 if it's very contested. But recognizing the importance of P3 now, Powerhouse going to sit back as far as he can. He's going to be able to pick up one from it. Great play. Devon on the scrap. Practically all tied up here. Going in to a crucial point. Powerhouse, he's put bullets in everyone, but no kills to be had. Cruel recognizing as well that Bilious Funding have indeed flooded the point. And Zappy in, quickly taken out, and Faceless Esports ended up being a little bit disjointed there towards that point, but going to go in for the rebreak as they're going to pick up one. Watch the stairs, pick up two. Huge from Ludo. Now getting ready to look out front. Only 25 points needed. Fro with a huge nade though. On the point. Cruel though picking him up. Of course it's Cruel who pushes out, but he gets taken out. Now the push could come in from front. EH trying to pinch in with his teammate. And a great move, great kills, EH with the double. 230 to 230. We will go to P4. The rotations already in. EH with one. Taken out by Cruel, who's nearly on a 40. Trying to play his life here. He's baiting and it works. He picks up the two. He's going to get another through his teammate. Last player left round the point. But Bilious Funding pick up a wave. Now on the point, 240 to 230. Faceless Esports, they have to rush. Are they going to get there in time? They absolutely won't. And Bilious Funding come away with map number 1, 250 to 230. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it is safe to say we could have an all-timer series on our hands here. What a fantastic map number 1. You had Cruel absolutely popping off for his side. But it just wasn't enough. Just was not enough. 40 bomb for Cruel. Can't take his team through that map. As Bilious Funding picked up the key time. And map number 1 goes the way of the OTG side. 250 to 230. 20 points in the difference. Could have gone either way. But this time goes the way of the Bilious Funding roster. We're just 2 maps away from stepping through to the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, this series is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. So don't go anywhere as we get ourselves loaded in to what is going to be a pivotal map 2. We'll be back in a minute. ladies and gentlemen. Thank God we don't have that long to wait, as map number 2 already getting underway in what has already been such a phenomenal series and only continues to promise to get even better. Over 70 of you watching some of Ireland's top talents reign free here tonight in the winners final of Division 1. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying, as I said, please do consider following, please do consider subscribing. Every little helps as we move in to a search and destroy. And we're going to start on board with Cruel on the offense. It's actually Ludo that picks up the bomb, so we'll stick with him. It's going to be a rapid rush into A. Ludo got the spot, but he is challenged. The trade's coming in though, 3v3, but Faceless didn't really cover each other there fully on the bomb plant. But now you have Zappy, who's in big trouble, has to rotate out, but little does he realize Fro right there with him. Zappy's gone deep, 3v3 scenario. Fro just missing him. Zappy taking shots, Fro knows to come behind, he's in a pivotal position, and he picks up the kill. But then again, you have Cruel who picks up 2. Cruel been the MVP of this series so far. Leaving Fro now in a 1v2. Moving on to the bomb. So, oh, the timing is insane. But it's all that Faceless Esports need to come away with round number 1. And what a round for them. Zappy managing to pick up that kill. Alright, but no, that would have been Cruel. Again, with the Codcaster, really fun, really happy-go-lucky glitch. Indeed, that was Cruel, who's picked up 3 kills in this search and destroy already after a 40 bomb on map number 1. Looking to drag his side through the mud here. And we'll stay on board with him to see what he does here on their defensive effort. Just running into a mountain of Billy is funding players. And as a unit can take out 1 before they get ripped, but a 2v3 scenario now as Billy is funding will be able to get this bomb down. And just like that, Billy taking out Zappy, leaving Ludo the last alive, but not for long. Billy is funding, answer back with a strong round of their own. And Fro, or at least I'd like to think it's Fro if Codcaster's telling me the truth, managing to pick that one up. Faceless Esports, round 2. Or round 3 now, should I say. Gonna want to try and take the lead once again as we see what the play will be. Very likely to be the offense straight into A. You see the bomb up top. Made weak from the nade. Gonna drop down. Straight into that point. Here comes the plant. And what is the play? As this bomb site needs defended. Fro at 1. Will he pick up another? Absolutely does. We just hop on board for that. Powerhouse at 1. Or Zappy. It would have been picking up the 2 now. 1v2 though. Faceless Esports in huge trouble in this round. EH picking up that kill. And the defuse is going to come in. And Billy is funding. Have taken a crucial defensive round. The offensive rounds usually working out better on this map. So to take a defensive round could be pivotal. Massive moment there for the side of Billy is funding. Who I think will be a really dangerous side if they smell blood. But folks, if Billy is funding win, it means we'll also have a terrific matchup down in the losers finals where we will have Faceless Esports take on Flux Esports. Both of these teams thinking that they could win the whole thing. So it'll be fascinating if we see both them in the losers finals as it gets intense down low. And Billy is funding. Are wiping through their opposition here. Powerhouse the last alive. Kind of been left in no man's land here, really. Put the bomb down B. He'll pick up 1, but the trade instantly there. And one thing that has to be said about Billy is funding. They have each other's back as they go 2 in the lead now. 3-1. And if they chain together any more rounds, you're a fan of Faceless, you'd have to think that they're in massive trouble, not just for this map, but for this series. Round number 4. Dare I say it, folks. I didn't think it could happen, but I believe it's happened. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a crash. Oh my god. In such a series, a seminal series, a pivotal moment, I can't believe this happens. It may even just be a crash on my end. Looking very like that it could just be a crash on my end of the game. Thank you very much, COD update. Always making sure to have these games working. But folks, not to worry. We will try and get back in as quick as we can. Of course we get a crash in a pivotal series, folks. You absolutely love to see it, but don't worry, we're literally getting joined in as quickly as we can. Hopefully we can get joined in on their lobby. You do hate to see it, as the game just completely crapping out for me, but we'll get back in. I'm sure of it. Of course we will when we do get back in this one, folks. The unfortunate thing is that we will be most likely in spectator mode. We may not even be able to get back in is the issue, because none of the players can invite me, I don't think. We will see. The players actually doing the sensible decision, making sure that all their parties are on private. I believe we may have actually just found our way in as we try to join. And we might get back into Codcaster. Here we go. Let's see, folks. We're loading up. Can we get in? Let's see what this series is looking like. What have we missed? Is it already over? We'll see. No. We get into the perfect time. Ladies and gentlemen, sincere apologies for that. But we make it. And we haven't lost out on much. 4-2 between Faceless and Billy is funding on a big round. Billy picking up 1. Zappy with the team nade! And Faceless have had a howler. The jersey's being sold. And now Billy is funding. Can just sit and hold. Ludo, Powerhouse versus everyone. Versus the world, it seems. How will they respond? They move together anyway. They need to go together. Powerhouse has been spotted. I don't think he realizes he's been spotted. Gonna try and get out with his life. Ludo. Gonna go for the underground drop. The plant is coming. Billy is funding. We'll be happy for that plant to come in because they know they have the numbers to just go for the straight re-break. Ludo the last alive. 1v3. It needs to be an ace. He's going to get taken out. That bomb is going to get defused. And Billy is funding are just 1 round away from going 2-0 up against the arguable favourites this season, Faceless Esports. And not many people saw this coming, I believe. Going into this season, not many people saw this one happening. And over 70 of you tuning in to this game and getting to see COD Ireland in all its glory and all its crashes. You're seeing the best and worst of us tonight, folks. But one thing's for certain, when it comes to these games, when it comes to the talent on display, you are seeing the absolute best. As Devon, does he go straight for the plant? It seems to be all of them locked in the site, getting ready to hold on. Cruel. Will he pick up one? He will. Can he get out with his life? He does. Zappy. Powerhouse. Picking up kills. Or was Powerhouse that just picked it up? It's a 3v2. Needing to go huge on this defense. It's just Fro. 1v1. And Ludo comes out on top. Faceless Esports. They live to fight another round. Faceless Esports claw round back. A good defensive round. If they chain a couple of rounds together themselves, then they could be back in this one. Onwards we go to round number 9. Tensions rising as Faceless Esports need to play perfect search and destroy from here on in. Billy is funding. They just need one round. Ludo pushing up top, stun going across, no hits. It's going to be a straight hit into sight. But they're going through. They're going for the B play. Will they catch him out? Picking up one to get out with his life. But Ludo being taken out in the process. 3v3 now. Big gunfight coming up. Huge for Cruel. 9 and 6. And all of a sudden, Devon, the last alive. You've had Cruel go absolutely huge. 9 and 6. Zappy, 3 and 6. Says the bottom right never lies. That is the correct KD for these guys. As Devon now needs to rescue a huge moment here for his side. As he's going to go try and go round back Art. Although has it been red? It looks like Cruel knows where to look. And Cruel, alongside his teammate, going to get the job done there. And things getting a little bit tense now. Faceless Esports have brought 2 rounds back. They're going to be taking us at least to around 10. Massive moment here. This series could be entirely shaped by the outcome of this map. Do Billy is funding go 2-0 up for a shock victory against Faceless Esports? Or are Faceless going to even this one up and make things even more interesting? We're on board with Powerhouse, 7 and 7. The first bloods will be huge. Will he get poor timing? First blood coming in for Billy is funding. And on that offensive round, the timing is going to be immaculate for Fro. And it's Zappy left to have to try and rescue a 1v4. And ladies and gentlemen, Faceless Esports finding themselves in a whole world of trouble right now. A Zappy, he'll find 2, and he has time, but he needs to go. He's alerted the player to his position. He drops for the kill anyway. Gonna go for 1. He picked up 3, but it wasn't enough. And just like that, Billy is funding have come away with map number 2. 6-4. 6-4 map number 2. Meaning that Billy is funding will go 2-0 up in this series. Only the greatest is the org. And maybe trying to have that name ring true. Only the greatest indeed. And there you see it, folks. A map that was intense, that was all over the place. Of course, we missed some of it, which is a real shame. But one thing has to be said, is that going into this one, would anyone have truly thought that Billy is funding would be 2-0 up against a roster that included Not even just the likes of Powerhouse or Zappy, whoever it may be. Everyone that is on that roster. Who'd have thunk it? That's what I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Over 80 of you tuned in to watch COD Ireland as well. We massively appreciate each and every one of you here supporting the inaugural season of COD Ireland as it winds down to a close. The winners final here tonight, but that's not all. Losers final will be happening right after this, where the loser will be going down to face Faceless Esports to see who will end up in the grand final. Things are getting intense, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get set up for this next map, so don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing you map number 3 in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to say that we are ready to get underway with map number 3, where we are going to be on our vault control. Vault search and destroy was one thing, vault and control is another entirely. Our Faceless Esports going to be dropping to the losers final right here and now, or are they going to engineer the reverse sweep? We will find out. Best of luck to both of these teams, as here we go. I'll actually get that switched around, folks. My apologies. I believe that is wrong on the top. We will switch that. There we go. Wonderful. As initially, it's a checkerboard kill feed. Billy sitting on the point. trying to get towards that B, but to no avail. Zappy, powerhouse, combining for kills. Powerhouse at 1 before he's taken out by EH. And 24 versus 26. Both these teams seemingly focusing more on the kills and positioning at the moment than actually getting directly on the point. But is that going to bite OTG side in the backside? Because they are not getting anywhere near this point at the moment, as they do have one on, to be fair, and a great nade from Frofro, I believe it was. But he's taken out quickly. Only 40 seconds left, 10 lives down, and not so much as a tick from it. As Zappy nearly picked up the 2 EH. Picked him up though, but he was then taken out as the trades are in for Faceless right now. This point being cleared. Ludo with the Chal, picking up 1. Frofro picking up 1 himself, but Cruel there. Again, it's checkerboarded, but always favouring Faceless right now. Not even a tick on the board for Billy is funding. EH though with a huge 2, and this could be the time for them to collapse in on the point. Frofro at 1, and they're hitting B as well. Potentially going to buy themselves a lifeline here as they're clearing house. And the triple stack to A. Zappy picks up 1. But this A looks like it's going to go. And Zappy trying for the Chal, contesting where he can. But the point has been secured. But then a clear out from Ludo. 9v13, 3 ticks gone. Make that 8. There may just not be enough lives for Billy is funding here in this offensive round, but very close to not having a tick at all. Even if they come away from this round with 3 ticks, it's better than nothing. Powerhouse now just holding up top and getting ready. EH taken out. Been very involved in a lot of gunfights early on. Ludo taking out Frofro. Devon trying to avenge. Ludo with the takeout though. Ludo's had a terrific game so far. 8-3 on the 4 streak. Challenge to try and make it 5. Throws the nade out at least. 2v9. Ludo trying to play his life here, but pick up the kill, and he gets it. Halfway to a hellstorm. That round ends with Faceless Esports coming away with the round. And Billy is funding, only getting 3 ticks on that offense. And Zappy here having a moment, to say the least, as we did see 1 kill there and then forever before the second. It shows that maybe not too many kills were chained that round, but ultimately it's just about trying to get the job done, which they most certainly do. And moving onwards to round number 2. Abwiz, thanks. Abwiz, thank you very much for coming in with your first comment. These boys lucky I am playing. Well, you should get yourself in playing then. Season 2, the COD Ireland League sign-ups are live. So you should face fears against these boys. I'm sure they'll sign up again. Why don't you join them? As 2 great nades from Billy is funding early on, and then the kills, they have completely stopped Faceless Esports here. This is a washout. 29-24 already. They can't move here. Faceless. Borderline spawn trapped. Billy spit in his position, taking out Frofro there with the trade though. Or it might have been Devon. Frofro picking up 1 now. Checkerboard a kill feed, but Faceless are out of that spawn. They've had to sacrifice lives in the process, but they've made it out. Cruel and Ludo combining for a couple now in the 8 point. Remember, Billy is funding, have 3 ticks to their name. Faceless Esports going to be looking to try and get at least more than that. Zappy picking up 1. And now the kills coming in. Zappy trigger happy, taking out Ludo in the process. 20v18 now. Cruel at 1. Still holding. Cruel going to pick up another. They've been doing well in that position. He picks up another on a 5 spree. 2.5 ticks gone. They're going to stack to get it done. And A is done. 3 ticks apiece already. 16v15 and more time to work with here for Faceless Esports. To try and get themselves at least ahead on the ticks. Maybe even sneak the offensive round. EH now, though, flanking round. And you see where Powerhouse spawned. Could he catch someone out here on the distance? The nade comes over. Powerhouse in trouble. EH at a big 2. He eventually gets taken out by Ludo. Ludo getting pushed up the mid. Throw around the back. Work the flank. We'll be able to pick up Zappy from it. 12v9 now. 3 ticks apiece. We still have Billy sat up with that AR in such a power position. There's Cruel picking up 1. Surely going to get taken out here though, as he does. Billy is Funding have a lot of control of this side of the map, front and back. And this is indeed being played from home. To answer the question from Abwibs, we are on a minute delay here in the stream, so apologies for the delay, but this is being played at home. However, we do hope to run a LAN in 2025, at least one, more details of which will come soon. But 9 versus 4 now. Powerhouse picking up 1, but Faceless Esports have not been able to do anything towards this site. As we're now on a 7v2, it's going to be 1 each with 3 ticks apiece. Very much neck and neck in this control here, as this clock is going to wind down. We're going to find ourselves in a 7v1. And Billy is Funding come away with round number 2, evening it all up at 1 apiece. And we move on to round number 3. That's right, I can't count. It took me a while, but I got there. And thank you very much for the follow as well, Wiz, as we are now on 630 followers. Thank you all very much. Remember, if you do want to support COD Ireland, do feel free to follow. Helps out a lot. EH with the push up top. I'm going to try and get round the side here. Powerhouse and Ludo, though, getting some kills. However, they are rapid on this point. Nearly 1 tick already. Cruel at 1, though. And they get it clear before the first tick even comes in. That's huge. The stack looked like it was on, but they dealt with it. Ludo with another. Cruel going to try and pick up 1 now. And he's just still slaying out here. But EH with 1. We're still on board with Cruel because he's just been doing a lot of damage in this position. Eventually taken out though. Now that's 3. Devin with 2. I believe Fro with 1. Now they're on a tick 1's done. They're all on this point. That's a quad stack if I've ever seen one. 2 ticks gone. Surely that's going to be 3. Fro picking up the kill. That 8 points contested, but it's secure. Faceless Esports just too slow on getting the break. And now 18 versus 22. 6 ticks for Billy is Funding. And Faceless Esports need to try and hold on in this defense. The lives relatively even. And there's a lot of time for Billy is Funding here. An offensive win would surely put Faceless Esports in the grave. Ludo with the stun. Picking up the kill. Not able to pick up the second. EH at a huge 2. 13v16 now. These lives are evening up. But Powerhouse stemming the bleed. With a massive kill. And now coming around the side. They're losing B. Powerhouse at 1. The second coming in. That B tick hasn't happened. It is not gone through. And they are going to try and get that cleared as well. Ludo taking out Zappy with the Carnade. There's been a lot of team kills in this series for Faceless. Some more unfortunate than others. But regardless, they have come in. Powerhouse eventually taken out. EH or Billy with 2. 6 versus 9. Make that 8. Make that 7. As Billy is Funding now going for the stack. They're going to get the tick on this. Surely they do. 1 tick down. That's 7. Zappy picks up 1. Powerhouse with 1. 4v7. Zappy needs the pick. He's going to get it. And he's going to get the other. And this point's going to be cleared. 2 versus 7. 4 ticks on this offense where Billy is funding. Making them have 7 ticks on the overall. Fro, the last alive. Nothing really to be done here. He pushes towards the site. Throws out a nade. Picks up a kill. Slides on. Doing his best. But taken out. And Faceless. 1 round away from taking this one. But it's very much looking like they'll need to get more ticks. Because getting an offensive round is very difficult. And welcome in Adam Byrne as well. First time chatter. Appreciate you coming in. The level of these teams. These would be top level teams that we're seeing right here. I would believe that you're talking about iridescent and / challenger level playing teams. These would be really, really good players, especially on the side of Faceless Esports. So yeah, challengers, as Fluxboy has said there, again, we're on a minute delay, which I apologize then for the delay in my response. But top 32, top 16 level. Maybe on form, not so much, but definitely that's the level that they play at. Devon chasing down this kill. Cruel though, huge 2. Billy taking out 1. But Adam also just to say as well, this is Division 1, the top division of the Irish League. We have multiple divisions that are based on skill level, just to clarify. There's Billy trying to take these shots. Faceless Esports would really want to get a site capture quick. Because if they are running late to getting these caps, they're going to struggle on the ticks. Big kills coming in, and it has to be said, Billy is funding. They're defending really well here. That tick is not gone a day, and it is in fact going down. 22 versus 22, 45 seconds left to go, and Faceless Esports have no momentum for a cap whatsoever. As EH picks up another. Ludo at 1. And EH picking up 1. EH has just fried this round. 20 versus 16. Not a tick gone. And Faceless Esports are in massive trouble. As they're going to have to scramble to a site. But surely there's no time. He hops on A. They need a clean cap. But the timing's just not working for them. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Billy is funding. Taking that round, taking us to a final round, where they are going to have the defensive side, Faceless Esports, in massive, massive trouble. What if an Eerie goes into Div 4, Geezer says in the chat as well? Well, that doesn't happen. We vet the players. We vet each and every player that signs up. The players don't choose the divs. We do. So a player can't just choose to sign up for a worst div. As exactly Shiasi says there, would not be allowed. We vet the divs. Someone can request a div, but it's all based on what we would decide. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Billy is funding. Just need to have a round exactly like they did, and they will be going through the grand finals of Division 1 of the COD Ireland League. Faceless Esports need to engineer the mother of all rounds here to give themselves a chance. The nade, another team nade. The architects of their own downfall. Faceless Esports, as they have had at least, I would want to say 7 team kills, if not more, throughout the entirety of this series. And Devon free roaming around. 26 versus 25. Zappy with a huge 2 now. They need to get a 3 or 4 down. They need something clean to give themselves a lifeline, because they need to be able to go all the way, not just at A, but at B. And the cap coming in. Devon round the back. Devon, he's gonna go huge, but he doesn't. Zappy picks up the trade. Zappy with 2. And Zappy just trying to slow the time down. He's been stuck with a nade as well. It just isn't going the way of Faceless right now. They are struggling. The flanks are coming in. Devin with a huge 2. And Ludo hopping up top. Trying to get moved up. And Billy is funding. Look like that they're going to be able to come away with this one. As ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Billy is funding. Come away with the victory in that map. 3-0. And they're going to be going in. Or come away with the series 3-0. They win the map 3-2. And just like that, they are going to be going in to the grand final. Massive congratulations to OTG's Billy is funding, and commiserations to Faceless Esports, who now have to fight against Flux Esports next to try and get back into the grand finals through the loser side. My word. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. OTG coming away with that one. A shock 3-0 victory.